Hey guys, and we're back with another react. Oh, hey. Another reaction. It's been a little while. No, it hasn't. What, 3 days? Excuse me, guys. I'm not like Bouncer. I'm not like Clue. The way you man work, it's not easy. You man, I got so much stuff to do outside that sometime when I come back time to record and edit, I fall asleep I fall asleep at the chair. I literally fall asleep at the chair sometimes. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's not about this. We're gonna react to. I miss a lot. I've missed a lot, but we're gonna move from there. Let's get into this whole Clue, LIN MEI. I watched the LIN MEI interview. I reacted to it. I thought she made some sense, but I think Clue has other things on his mind to talk about. So let's get into this, straight into it. Because people say I talk too much. I don't feel like I talk too much. You know? So, all right, yeah, cool. All right, let's get into this. Let's go.
Slogan. Still forward with the slogan. Why?
Oh, yes. You know it is. My slogan as well. My whole thing is called What Are Friends For? I have an actual YouTube. I have an actual platform where I interview people that I know are doing very well, that I grew up with, that doing jobs that people don't really think there's money into it until they realize there's money in it. So that was my main source. This reaction thing, it just makes it easier to deal by myself. I can do what I want. I got my new drinks coming out soon. So it's like, you know what I mean? But anyway, my slogan is the floor is yours. If you ever hear someone saying the floor is yours, they've stolen it from me.
No. That's how you know me, right? Allegedly. Salute to my audience. Hope you and the folks are good. Prayers. No say you're passing through. Let's just make sure we do what? Like, comment, and subscribe. Hype up the place if you have to. You feel the need to. No. Support the thing. Still trying to run up these numbers. Now, LIN MEI. So we know you as. Some of us know your government name, but you don't know it's not that dark. You know. I hope you're good, you know, Lynn. Lynn.
That's crazy.
So, Lynn, how's life for you lately, girl? Doing great things over there, Lynn. You know. Where do I start with you, Lynn? Here's where I start with you. There's a problem in our communities with people that look down on others. We all know that to be true. It's a problem when those people looking down on the others will look down and throw shade on them for certain things that they can't relate to or understand why they do it. Doesn't make sense to them. So they criticize, they critique. Okay. But here's my thing on those people that do such a thing. If you're going to be that individual to do that, I wouldn't expect that individual to then be in the same environments as these so-called people you talk on, as they're beneath you, right? Well, this is it. See, the problem I have is I see LIN MEI. You know, we know what LIN MEI does. You know, she's a commentator. All sorts of commentary. Political.
You know? All sorts of commentary. I like LIN MEI, man. Like, it gives different perspectives. You know what I mean? I do like it. I hate hearing the same thing from the same people, from the same... Oh, you know, it's just so jarring sometimes. You hear the same thing from the same people, the same conversations. I do want to hear, even though sometimes it could be very obtuse, but sometimes I don't want to hear it. Sometimes I do want to hear it. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's content. I see you on the LBC, Good Morning, wherever, fighting certain... I'm having debates about certain topics that the man don't really talk about. That's cool. And to be honest with you, The man them are the man them. I have other friends away from the man them. You know what I mean? And how I see the man them as, I see the man them as the people I grew up with. So even though like I might not chill them every day. I might not even speak to them in years. In years. But because we grew up in the same community, the same area, the same wherever, doing the same wherever, that's the man them. You know what I mean? The man them are my brethren. But the man them come from, you know what I mean? This is my opinion. My other friends that I met away from the ends, they're my brethren. Yes, they're the man them, but I won't use the word man them. I'll use them to my friends, my brethren. But the conversation we have is not about politics in the ends or this or that or that. No, it has nothing to do with that. So I do like two perspectives. Lou has a perspective. Lin May has a perspective. You know what I mean?
Oh, struggle, pain, suffering, politics. That's what Lin May does best.
The rapper.
Now, I'd have no problem with that. If that's all she was doing and that's what she wanted to do, that's fine. You do it well. I started having a problem, like I said, when you was aiming for people from the estates, urban culture, people from that so-called walk of life. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had a problem with them. But what it goes back to again is you didn't understand them. And that's another issue. When we don't understand something, let's not try to be judgmental of it. Let's try to understand it or just don't speak on it. You know? But no. No. There you go, Lynn. Running up your mouth. Yeah? All sorts of chattings you was on, Lynn. Yeah? You've been chatting for years. You know? And you're still chatting now. But again, just trying to give you the large picture, you know? So, I mean, let's take it back to Lynn. You tell us you're from Tottenham, right? Right. Now, what I want to know is, was you raised in Tottenham on the estates or was you raised on the road with houses, calm, a lot of grass, trees, all sorts of fresh air? And on the other hand, all sorts of darkness, my guy. You know, we need to know. Can you clarify that? Your upbringing? Was you raised with both parents? We just want to know, because what we struggle to understand, Lynn, is for someone to be from Tottenham, you know, and you say it in a way like you was from the ends, but then throw all this shade on the ends. What did the ends do to you, Lynn?
I don't think she was. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But in response to Clue's point, I don't think she was throwing shade on the ends. Yeah, I'm from Brixton. I'm proud to be from Brixton. You know what I mean? My mom had me in Angeltown. I grew up in Kendall Close. Kendall, if you know from the end, you know what Kendall Close is. Kendall Close is 5-10 seconds from Myersville, 2 seconds from Ramsey, or whatever. You know, I'm proud, but sometimes, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean.
What did they do to you? Where's all this animosity coming from? Because there's a lot of contradictions you're doing out here, girl. And I know you know better than that, right? You're a social commentator. It's what you do. Remember. So let me get to my issue with you, Lynn. Here's my issue. Where did I meet you, Lynn? It was on a coach for Crep's birthday.
Oh, okay. They know each other. I didn't know.
Heading to lovely Manchester, wasn't it? Rest in peace, Cadet.
Rest in peace, Cadet.
Bro. And we got on. Good conversations. Drinks was flowing, you know. Yeah, conversations was flowing, you know. We then stopped off in Manny and we went to a lovely Chinese restaurant, didn't we? You was on my table. You sat next to me, Lynn. You know. And we had some great chat. He was asking me about my watch and certain things. Okay, I had to keep an eye on you. You know, strangers asking you about your watch is
That's madness. Clue's funny, man.
dangerous. All sorts of madness could happen at that point. You know, be alert. Yeah? But you was cool. I kind of got to see what you was on the coach. You know, the gal them too drink, they start to get loose and wind up on the bus, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this doesn't strike elegance to me.
Oh, come on, Clue. Come on, man. Come on, big dog. Come on. What, are you gonna get a wind up on the bus?
This doesn't seem like maturity to me. She's doing all sorts of things. You know, I thought she was one of us. Yeah? Now, that's how I met you. We then went on to have a little relationship. You remember? You know, go get food and, you know, have conversations. You know what I'm talking about, Lynn.
Oh.
What's called you your government, but you know what I'm saying? So then there you go, hopping down the folks and that.
What?
All sorts of disrespect about the folks. And there I go saying to myself, where's this coming from?
Clue and Lynn are big people. It's none of my business. And I'm not with that chatty patty things, but I'm not with that. I am not. I don't like the chatty patty, the back and forth. I'm not a fan. But you man. Naughty, yeah, naughty.
She was just with the folks on the coach, and then in the restaurant, and then in the club. All sorts of twerking you was on, Lynn. Yeah, you know. And I'm not saying don't have a good time. No.
No, sorry, Bob.
Enjoy yourself. I just find it strange that you're around gang members, the folks, weed, all sorts of alcohol. You're having the time of your life. You're getting down and nasty.
What?
And then all of a sudden, we're scum. We're trash, you called it. Trash, you say. Well, okay. Now, let's bring it back to 2026. You know, there's a lot more of that. And here's another thing. I saw you sit down with Pounds. Great conversation. Salute to Pounds. You already know. You wouldn't sit down with man. And I know, and you know that. You might want to paint some narrative, but you know, you couldn't do it.
You know.
But the conversation with Pounds, salute Winners Talking, salute Doug, you already know. You were saying things on there that I just couldn't understand. When you was talking about shekels, again, there you go throwing shade. And who is it you're throwing shade on? I'm sitting there, I'm watching the clip, it's Lynn. Who is she referring to when she talks about shekels? Who is she referring to when she talks about people displaying people's mothers' addresses online?
Okay.
I ask myself.
Okay. I see what's happening here. Allaying the pain. Okay, I see what's happening here.
And then it dawned on me. I've been in this space for about 6 months now. Am I missing something? Or when Elaine the Pain was talking all sorts of garbage to me, all sorts of trash, showing all sorts of this.
You know what? Yeah. You know, I completely forgot. Even though I reacted to it and it got me views and that stuff, I completely forgot the whole Elaine the Pain and Clue situation. Going back and forth is fun, but what Elaine the Pain did and what she said about rest in peace to Clue's pops and that. But what she said was one of the ultimate disrespects. You know what I mean? Saying this, that, and saying that. You meant no. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. So I do understand now. Oh, it all makes sense. It all comes back together. Okay.
Disrespect about the fam and that.
Yeah, I hear you.
I recall a certain block being posted on the socials. But no. I won't wear those shoes. They don't fit me. No, can't be. Mm-mm. So, Lynn, I just want you to know, you need to be a bit more direct, girl. Please. All sorts of direct. Because when I talk, it's direct. The person knows who I'm talking to or about. We don't know who you're talking about here, Lynn. Who is it you speak of when you say these things? And who is it you're speaking on when you call them trash? We would love to know, considering you're doing better than all of us. But there you go, from your high horse to the Winners Talking podcast. And that is no shade on the Winners Talking podcast. But make it make sense. You're out here, you were Jeremy Vine and them man there, doing all sorts of commentary, back and forths, your job. And then you go throwing shade on people doing back and forths, their job. What are we doing it? You're throwing all sorts of shade, but you're doing the same things you're throwing shade on, girl. You're talking about man that do back and forths to get paid are trash. You're a social commentator. Your job is to do back and forths. Are you trash?
I see. Okay. Okay, I understand. So what Clue is saying about Lin May, sorry, is that I watched the interview and I didn't think what she was saying was bad. Now, if you put it into context, I still think it isn't bad, but it is a bit shady in a sense. Like you're trying to run away from the sun. Yeah, it is shady because Clue and them and are going back and forth online and getting paid for it, wherever. And she's also going back and forth about debates about, the war around this and that. So what she's trying to say is the information and the conversation she's having with these people benefit people more than what Clue or Bounce or whatever was doing. Cool, I understand that. But I think what Clue trying to say and what Lin Mei was trying to say, Clue said that if this is such, why do you go on Winning Talking Podcast? Not because Winning Talking Podcast is a gossiping back and forth thing, no. But Winning Talking Podcast came from the community. And when I say community, Pound Sterling, Doug are all from a certain community and wherever. They have certain people on there and so on. The show's doing well with Doug, the show's doing well with Sterling. So it's like if you're talking about us being low class of debate or not informed enough, or the information that we're arguing about is irrelevant to the world, and you go on Winners Talking Podcast to discuss things, you're saying, but that doesn't make any sense if you feel like this is beneath you. And Clue's not happy with that. Okay, feels like she's talking down on them, man. Well, I don't care. For me, honestly, I don't care. I watch Matt Armstrong. I watch Chris Slicks. I watch all these cars YouTubers. I watch all these different type of YouTubers. They have nothing to do with politics, and they are one of the most highest paid when it comes to automobile YouTube channels. So it is what it is, man. I don't care.
Because I'm assuming some of the folks think you are trash. If we was to ask social media, I believe they may agree also. So where is this contradictions coming from, Lynn? Do you not see what you're doing here? No. Someone with your intelligence doesn't see the contradictions. You talk about people should be embarrassed of what they do. Are you not embarrassed of what you do, Lynn? Do you not have discussions with people and have back and forth? Is that not embarrassing? Is somebody somewhere not watching that thinking, Why is she talking this way? Why is she acting like this?
I see.
No. Are you not 40 years of age, Lynn? There you
Lynn's 40. Oh, okay. Yeah.
go popping down people with what they do and acting like you're Virgin Mary, which might make sense, allegedly, because there's still no children around your way.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Lynn, what's going on over there, girl?
Oh my gosh. It could be. Oh.
For someone that's got it mapped out to the T, being from T.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K,
Doesn't seem to make any sense, girl.
S-T.
Where's the kids? Where's the wedding ring? Where's the marriage? You remember when you phoned me that time and you wanted me to certify certain folks that you was linking and that?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
And as a friend, I did that for you, Lynn.
Oh, the actual friend of that. Okay.
There you go, throwing shade on the folks. Shame on you. Shame on you, Lynn. Honestly. You talk about what are people in this content space trying to achieve?
Money. Money.
Well, Lynn, what are you trying to achieve?
Money.
Because for somebody that throws shade on our culture, why are you going to the podcast that is for our culture? I wonder. Does that make sense? On one hand, you don't care about the culture. You talk down on the culture. Any roadman you don't respect. However, you go to a former roadman's podcast to have conversations. What is it you seek to learn there? What knowledge are you seeking? Contradictions, hypocrites. It's over, buddy. You're just out here running up your mouth because that's what you like to do. Throwing hella shade. And you're not saying no one's name. You mentioned Bouncer's name. And then you respected Bouncer, which is a bit weird. Another contradiction. But that's all you stated. Fair play. You did mention my name, and that's cool. We did used to rap. You know? All sorts
No, don't do that.
of rappings. You know? But that's for another day.
No. What? No.
I really would like you to sit down with me, Lynn.
No.
Please. Grown. Good conversations we can have. It's the landing, man. Just make sure you leave it in the comments. You already know the vibes. You never know what we might talk about.
Hey guys, like, follow, subscribe, clues, stuff. Yo, that's okay. Whoa. All right. Like, follow, subscribe. This is, and it's not, to be fair, it's not that important if they did a rap together. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're all grown adults. Everyone needs to bust that nut. But hey, here's what it is, man. Like, follow, subscribe. Clue's funny. What are friends for? The floor's yours. Let's go.